All right, people. Welcome to another edition of the Man Cave, where we talk about everything from a brother's point of view. Today is a hot fire topic, brothers. We are going to get some enemies today, but before we get into that, we got to introduce our panel. Our panel, the regular brothers that's always here on time and give their opinions. First, we got to introduce Bad Leroy Brown, brother Brad. You step on his grass, he kick you. Next, we got Too Hot to Handle, Damon Randall. Next, we got brother Art Thomas, quick on the lick, 17 in the clip.
I ain't playing with y'all.
And introducing our newest panelist, brother Kelly, with 5 women in his belly. Brother, this brother got 5 daughters, and he has to deal with women all the time, which is a good segue into our topic. Our topic today, brothers, is this.
Slapping them. I'm playing. Go ahead.
What exactly are we looking for in women? We talk a big game about what women are doing wrong and what type of women are out here today that's a turn off and what they doing and all of that. So what exactly do we want as men? This the Man Cave. We talk unlimited, unrestricted here. What exactly are we looking for?
Well, I personally haven't been with my wife, the same woman, for 23 years. It's like I need an answer to my question. And I want an explanation. It's either a yes or no. It could be something simple or something different. You know, if you just tell me, did you do it or did you not do it or what it is, we're good. Or you want to put me through an explanation that lasts 10 or 15 minutes, I'm just over it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, like I said, well,
go ahead.
Like, you know, like today, I asked her something. I said, well, my daughter's out on her first date today.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
You got to be a wreck right now.
No, I'm good. I told you, him and I had that conversation a while ago. You know.
Hey, okay, I'm with you.
Hey, now that's what we're talking about right there.
I'm with you.
Front.
Well, see, I told him, you know, my question to him was real quick. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does your mother love you? This
There it is.
And he was laughing, and she was like, "He's serious."
For real.
I said, you know, bring her back just like you found her. You know, something happens to my daughter, just know, before I close your eyes, you be the last in your family to go.
Oh, you know this being recorded, so you can't say all that and just give it out.
I retract that statement.
No, don't retract nothing. Don't retract nothing.
I don't want to go back to Facebook jail, man. They had me on lockdown.
Don't retract nothing. You said how you felt about it, and if he mess up, he deserved to get towed up.
Yeah, well, there you go. He get towed up.
Okay, so go back to your wife. Okay, but wait, let me ask this. That sounds like a small issue. I'm talking about larger issue.
That could be a really big issue. Depends on the individual.
So
I just want to answer to my question. You know,
because so communication.
I mean, even bad communication is better than no communication.
Okay.
You know, and we have communication, but I need closure to the task or my question, not an explanation.
Okay. All right. So let me throw some topics out there and you tell me, because these are deal breakers to a lot of brothers. Okay.
I'm listening.
All right. First off, it's a woman with daddy issues.
Yeah.
That's
she's a daddy's girl.
Yeah. Not so much the daddy's girl, but resentment for her daddy. Because you know that's coming down on you.
It is. And I think as men, we go into something, a relationship or whatever, dating, looking for red flags. And just like us, we'll give out signs. You know what I mean? You just gotta be looking.
Yeah.
you know, you don't have to have your wall all the way up. But if somebody's got issues, it'll come out within the conversation, you know, how you interact with your family.
Yeah.
Say you out on a date, you know, with this particular young lady, and one of your dad or your mom call, and you talk to your mom and dad like that, that's a problem.
It is. It is, because she gonna talk to you like however she talk to her parents.
Then why they calling you? What you mean why they calling me? Yo, my mom and dad. What, are you crazy?
So we all agree that daddy issues is something that we avoid.
Yeah.
Well, let's make sure we stay real on point. You know how I am. I like to stay right on it, right?
Okay.
What do we want in a woman, right?
Well,
what do we want our women to be? If you're gonna be with that woman, what does she need to be?
Go.
So are we talking financially, education, or we just talking all around?
We talking about it all.
Okay.
I think it should be all around.
Yeah.
Because we should want the same things that they want. I mean, you know, we need stability. We need somebody that's gonna love us, take care of us. We gonna need somebody that, you know, that's out there for us. If I'm doing for you, what are you gonna do for me? This has got to be 50-50 street. And a lot of these folks nowadays don't look at it that way. Oh, the man is supposed to do this. The man is supposed to do that. You're supposed to go to work, come home, cook, clean, take out the trash, kiss my ass, the whole 9 yards. No, it's not like that. That's not the way it's supposed to work. There has to be equal, you know, something equal in there somewhere. So I mean, you know, I pretty much want the same thing she wants. Shit, if I can't get it, well, then there's the dough.
Okay, so you believe in gender roles. You don't believe in gender roles. You don't believe that certain things. Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. I do. I know what my role is. I know what I'm supposed to do. But like, if I'm going out every day and I'm making every dollar to come home and take care of my household, she ain't got to go to work. It would be nice if she did. That's going to help out in the household. But at least make sure I got a home cooked meal. You know, when you know I'm about to walk in the door, make sure my drink is set on the counter or something on the table. Something. I mean, that's the least you can do. I'm just saying. I don't ask for much. I'm not asking you to work my feet on a daily basis and go through all that.
You know, there's gonna be some woman to be like, get your own drink. I work too. You want the same things I want. Why I got to put your drink? What I got on the table?
Right, but like I said, she ain't got to work. But now, if she is working, I don't mind doing that just for her neither. If I get home before her, I have a bath water running. I have whatever drink she want waiting on it. It's got to be 50-50. It needs to be 50-50.
So your idea of a relationship is like a corporate deal. It's like a business.
Well, it should be.
Gotcha.
It should be. I'm not going into no more bad business deals. Okay, I've been in the two. Shit, I heard that.
I heard that.
Wait a minute now. Not only dealing with the 5 women and crap. You talking to a guy who's been divorced twice. So I'm not putting up with none of that.
Oh man, bless your heart. I can't do it 3 times, Kelly. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I'm not. And wait a minute.
Second.
I'm not gonna do it again.
I hear you. I hear you, man. Because you stand a chance of having a 6th girl.
Right. Wait a minute. The kid deal is out. I can't handle nothing. I can't make that mistake no more. I'm too old for that one. No, we won't. That one we cannot have again.
Well, you taking them grow pills though?
I'm gonna wait a minute. I'll eliminate them grow pills. Okay.
Hey man, hold on. I need to come down to your house.
Hey,
come on down, bro. You know, ain't nothing gonna change around this corner here.
I feel
that's how you see. There you go.
Okay, let me throw something else out there. Y'all guys chew this steak I'm finna throw it out there. Let's say, Kelly, this woman she work, she bring home the bacon, she just like you, but she don't clean. She think that's, you know.
No, I'm gonna cut you off. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not gonna deal with that. You know, I've been down that road before.
Can I jump in? If both of y'all working like my wife and I, we clean different. Kelly, you don't know, but my wife is white, so we were raised totally different. So we clean different. You know?
Okay.
So I do all the hard cleaning because she can't take bleach and the Ajax where we grew up on, the good stuff.
Okay, right.
Because it messes with her breathing. So she cooks.
So wait a minute, hold on. Let me intervene 1 minute. But y'all clean together?
Yeah.
Oh, well then that's fine.
Yeah.
That
again, you know, she'll clean something like, you know, I was like, all right, I'll do it. Because most of these girls now, they're swifter. So if both of you guys are working, now I was gonna try to pay for somebody to come clean. You know, because this house is too busy. And I get it. She was working and she was going to school and everything. And daughter, I said, hey, we get somebody to come clean, you know, no problem. Maybe once a week, do a hard clean. You know, I think if that's what your level of standard is, you know, some guys got to have a home cooked meal every day. I don't have to because she does the majority of the cooking, but she doesn't like it. You know what I mean? So she doesn't feel like cooking. I don't have the issue with it.
Okay, that's what I was saying. That's where the 50-50 comes in. You know, if your old lady don't want to cook and you enjoy cooking, that's fine. You cook. But are you gonna clean afterwards? You know, what are we doing? You know, wherever it go, whichever way it be, to me, it's got to be 50-50 because I've done it in 2 marriages to where I'm doing the cooking and the cleaning. So at this point in my life, if somebody comes along, you know, and we're going to share these responsibilities, we're going to share these responsibilities all the way down from scrubbing the toilet to cleaning the gutters. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So we got to figure this out.
Get her ass up on that damn ladder. Damn
Hell
right.
Yeah. I'll scrub the toilets with a toothbrush. Shit, I don't care. Whatever the case. As long as we doing it together, that's fine.
Oh shit.
That is fine.
That togetherness, that'll get you now. That'll get you in the handcuffs.
But if you married and you got a good wife and you a good man,
oh well then it don't matter. If you got a good wife and a good husband, it don't matter.
That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna make it 50-50 all the way. Right. There is no okay, you know, it's gonna be some give or take. It's gonna be some 80s and 20s or 90s and 10s along the way or whatever, what have you, but majority of it is 50-50. You know, we all know as men what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to pick up and do whatever. That's our job.
Right.
So as long as we do what we're supposed to do, there ain't no reason why somebody, you know, she can't do what she's supposed to do.
Yeah. But you know, nowadays, you know, we are succumbing to this thing where who says that a woman is supposed to cook, supposed to clean? Who says that she's supposed to do that? This ain't the 50s. I ain't June Cleaver. So how do you combat that?
Try to be June Cleaver. You get what you want. Shit.
Somebody got to cook and clean.
Right. Think about it, though. Think about it. If you're gonna sit up there and you're gonna tell me what you are and what you are not gonna do as a female. If a female tells me what she is and what she is not going to do, well, I mean, well, damn, and you still expecting me to go off and make this money, which I'm gonna do regardless because I like my lifestyle and what I'm doing. You're gonna expect me to come home, bring this money home, and take care of you while you treat me like shit? Oh no, we're not gonna have that. That's something that's this new generation that's out here now. And I mean new generation as far as we got females in the 40s like that, definitely in their 30s, and these 20-some-year-olds. I got 20-year-olds and they ain't shit. I'm gonna tell you that now. They ain't shit when it comes to relationships and carrying on. I try to install what I can in mind.
Oh man.
As a man, to be a female, I can only do so much. Right. I can tell them what a man likes and what he does not like. Now, to be that female, that's their mama's job. That's on their mama to tell them how to do that. So once that's taken care of, I'm hoping yet and still, me and their mother, I'm hoping we're raising some respectable women.
Yeah.
And won't take no shit off of no man.
Right.
You know, and do what they need to do for that man.
But
that's what it comes down to. Let me jump in real quick. I think that's what it comes down to, because when you talk about the kind of woman that a man wants, right? We see, right. Men, we want what we need. We don't necessarily want shit that's unnecessary. Okay. We only want what we need. So then when we say it again, what does a man want? It comes down to what does a man need in a woman, right?
What do you mean? Give us example.
Example of what we need in a woman?
Yeah.
Cooperation.
So you're saying they have a tendency to not cooperate. Give me an example of them not cooperating.
Not answering my question. I'll be totally honest. I am. And humble. Seriously.
And humble.
I don't know what else to tell you.
Mm-hmm. So give us an example besides that one too. That's a great one.
Okay,
Brad.
Cooperation. We need our women to be women.
Okay, that's a big answer. You got to focus it down.
So I'm about to focus. I'm about to focus you. Okay,
that's kind of broad.
We need our women to be women, which means don't do what men do. We know if it's some shit that a man do that you trying to do, you trying to behave, or like how you move and how you go about things. Mm-hmm. See, I see now a lot of these women out here, they talk about this strong black woman. I mean, why you even got to go there?
All right.
Because what you say don't mean shit unless you doing it, right? So if you a strong black woman and a woman is supposed to do certain things, then your strength come from those things that you do. What makes you a strong black woman is you playing your part, playing your position properly. Okay. And for me, definitely that's what I believe is most important as far as what a man should have in a woman. You know what I'm saying? Another thing. Do you want a woman that feels as if the things you say may not be right? Or do you want a woman to trust what you say?
I want a woman both. I would like a woman to kind of challenge. If she don't understand, kind of challenge me on it. And it's not a big thing. You know, if you got something that makes sense, she just probably don't have that experience. And then when you prove yourself to be right, or even if
right.
But if you're wrong,
how do you prove yourself?
She's good for.
How you gonna prove yourself to a woman like that?
Well, this is my point. Because with this strong black woman syndrome,
right. How you gonna prove yourself?
Now everything you say is suspect.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Okay, now
whether she be black or white, it's suspect.
Right now, what I was talking with earlier, I was talking to Hightower about a couple of things, and what then happened is that we have been so marginalized, black men, right? We've been set to the side so much to the point that now anything come out of our mouth, it's like, whatever. That's just a nigga talking at whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like nowadays, if a black woman is talking, you should listen. But if a black man is talking, you need to get his ass out of there. He ain't got shit to say. Now, you don't want a wife who thinks like that. Because now you got a lot more problems, right? Certain shit need to be done a certain way in the house. You say, look, we need to do it like this, and this is the reason why. And she's like, well, I don't think so, so fuck that. Whether you right or not, it's, well, nah, I don't want to do that. That's bullshit. Conflict. Because if you post it, like you say, Kelly, you go out here and you make that dollar, you come home, you take care of business. I'll be damned if your word don't mean shit when you come home. But how can your word not mean nothing to your own wife? Her position is not to be over you. Her position is to help you and assist you in what it is that you trying to accomplish.
You going to hit some enemies on that one, but go ahead.
I don't give a damn.
He tell the truth though.
I don't give a damn. It's the point. It's the truth. Listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. You got all these so-called Christian women out here. They call themselves Christian. They take their asses to church. They jump up and down and whoop and holler and give the motherfucker all that fucking money. And everything they do,
easy on the church, or easy on the church.
Everything they do is opposite of what the books say. Huh?
That's because they've been put in that position to try and do that. They've been put in that position for whatever reason. You know, somebody.
We know the reason wants to destroy the black family. That's the reason. That's the whole point of it all. This is why we're dealing with all this nonsense now. Why you say, well, you know, your 20-year-olds ain't shit. It's because of what society done to us.
Right.
And as black men, since we've been marginalized and set aside, we ain't been in a position to make a difference.
But hold on. Okay, so society shouldn't have that big a role to play in the upbringing of your children.
Shouldn't, but it does.
Look, if society makes your kids messed up, that's the parents' fault for letting so much of society in your house.
So now let's go back. So now, but where are the parents?
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Exactly. But it got to come
from somewhere. They raise their kids. They don't know.
Because they didn't get it themselves.
Right. They didn't get it.
This is the problem that we have.
They don't know.
This is the problem that we have.
Go ahead. Okay, so
I'll continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
And this is what I'm saying. I think we as black folk, I'm gonna put it on everybody first. I think we as black folk have decided that whatever the white man say is gold, we agree. Okay. What's even worse now is that our women pay more attention to what some other man has to say than what we got to say. These are some serious problems, and this is what's causing I believe man and woman, black man and woman not being able to get together and cooperate properly. This is why I said cooperation. Just like you said, Kelly, it's like a business, right? You hire somebody and you know what I'm saying? They got to cooperate or they get fired.
You got to.
I agree with you to a point. Because like Kelly, I've been dragged through the divorce court, right? And that is a machine that cooperates with that woman.
Amen.
It's just there's no way you winning unless you come in there with some proof and all that. And even that takes some time. You coming off a couple of thousand in child support, spouse support before you even see a change. Anyway, but that's not the majority, I would say, of women. I should say that's not the majority of women I met, because the majority of women that I've met have no problem cooperating with a guy. They want that. They want to cooperate. Nobody wants to come into something with a fight.
Hey, I've been sitting here quiet listening, and my thing is this: everybody has a legitimate point. Marriage really is a contract. It literally is a contract. Black families are being destroyed, in my opinion, because it's being destroyed, I would say, is the world revolves around conflict. And if there's a person who puts the conflict out there, they're going to listen to it. The black man has put, now some of the brothers out there have dug their own hole as to why some people won't listen to them. And a lot of the black women, they get involved with some dudes that ain't men. So they have to be independent. They have to deal with Who's gonna raise my child? I gotta raise my child. So when they get with another man, their guard is already up. Just like if a man get played, it's gonna take a minute for him to open his heart to another woman.
Absolutely.
And if he get played again, forget about it. Who suffers? The good woman. Who suffers? The good man. So now you missing out on what you want because of what you're doing with your baggage. Sometimes we got to just sit here and look and say, hey, we the problem. It's not necessary. That's why I do agree with Aaron. It's not necessarily society has to take a bulk of it. We walked in some bad shoes, man. My dad, man, his father, if you want to look up the definition of a providing man, look up my father's side of the family. That's all they do is work. They work till they get sick. But the thing is, the other stuff takes a hit. The romance, the listening, the stuff like that take a hit because they didn't take the time to learn their woman. They knew what they wanted, and they got what they wanted. But when a woman is not getting what she wants, that's when the independence real kicks out, because every woman talking about I'm independent, I don't need no man. But as soon as they fall for that right guy, they melted butter in your hands.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man.
A lot of that is taught, bro, and a lot of it is because they had their guard up and they don't want to fall for nobody. Just like we don't want to fall for somebody when we hurt. So when we looking for somebody, we also got to understand that we need to sit down and see if is this what we really want? Because I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I don't want to be bothered. I've always grew up around independent women. So I married an independent woman because an independent woman is attractive to me. But the independent women in my family were also submissive. They were also the ones that stuck by their husband through thick and thin.
Well, then that's not independence.
Well, actually it is, because you can't sit here and say it's not independent. If you got a woman coming in that's able to take care of business when her husband is down or locked up, that is a form of independence. She's doing what she that is independence.
But independence means separate from.
Not necessarily. If independence means separate, but if you are your own person, she is her own person. Your independence and her independence come together. When you doing something wrong, she has the right to tell you that as to help me. When she doing something wrong, you has the right to tell her because you're the head of the house. When you down, what she learned when she was by herself, and she's that go-getter and that independent, she ain't waiting on nobody to come help take care of you and all that. That's when that independence kick in. That's when you know you really got a real woman. That's why I don't have a problem with that.
But see, the word independence bothers me. And what it does, I think, without us realizing, it causes our women to actually be that, separate from us. In order for a woman,
the same thing about us too, though, Art.
You don't hear us running around talking about I'm an independent man. That sounds like some gay shit.
You don't have to walk. You can walk around independent and not say a word. You can do it. But the problem is women have been through so much. Just like if you've been through a bad relationship, regardless of the gender, your independence is gonna kick in when you get out of that. So your guard is up. Your guard is up. If you notice a lot of women that saying they independent, check their background. They've been through a bad relationship. I'm willing to guarantee it.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that the reason why they go through all the shit they go through is because they're practicing independence. And being independent means that you make your own decisions. Don't nobody say nothing else to you about it. Even if they do, you don't listen to what they're saying. This is the mindset.
Woman's background, Art. Check that woman's background. A lot of the women that's saying that had to do it. If they had to take care of their child by themselves, or they had father issues or parent issues, or had to go do everything on their own, they were built They were made independent by their life. A lot of these women that talk independent and holler independent, when you get them, a lot of them melt because they never felt it. The woman that's giving you all the struggle with her independence, she's been hurt somewhere, whether it be through her family or through a previous relationship. No woman really wants to do nothing on her own if she got a good man. She's willing to sacrifice it if she haven't had a hard life. Or
then I have to add to that.
And that's a lot of the women that's out now.
I have to add to that. Then I have to say if you got a woman who can get out here and make some things happen, I can't say that, well, it's because she's been hurt before. I can't say that for certain, right? Because there's plenty of them out here that know something that ain't really been through shit yet, that can do things. But see, this is my thing, man. Okay? It ain't rocket science. It's not rocket science to get up every damn day, go slave for somebody else, come home and get your check, and then pay the same people who you work for out of that money every single month like clockwork. That is not fucking rocket science. I can't give nobody a blue ribbon for doing some shit that motherfuckers been doing for 16,000 years.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying,
what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the woman that goes through a lot, and you may be right, but I'm telling you, the majority of the women that I've talked to or dealt with or grew up with that holler the independence and they stay like that is because a lot has happened. The majority of the women that I know that's just talking that they want to be independent, and they get with some dude that I know, and this dude is like, man, she do whatever I say. Those not the women I'm talking about. A lot of women that's running around here saying that they're independent and they stick to it is because of a lot of things that they've been through, whether it's family, whether it's relationship, whether it's raising the kids on their own. 9 out of 10 women will submit to a man that they know will take care of them. Now, you know, women gonna have their mouth now. They gonna give it to you.
Well, that's not submission then.
Well, it is. It is.
That's not submission.
A woman can tell you when you're wrong and still be submitted.
Exactly.
But hold
on. That ain't what he just said.
Hold on. If you want to go to the book, the Bible does say, wives, submit yourself to your husbands. But in another place, it says, submit ye one to another.
Submit ye one to another, which means y'all there for each other, take care of each other. Don't mess over each other. I can read that. That's in 1 Peter. I can read that. I know where that's at. Okay. Right. But to what he was saying, yeah, okay, they've been through some shit, right? And they act a certain way, and they put on maybe this persona that I'm independent and I'm strong and I can handle this, all that type of stuff, because they've been hurt. I can't say that. I have to say that these are things that have been drilled into our women's heads over a long period of time.
I'm not negating that, Art. A part of that is true. And it's been drilled in the head. You can tell the woman that has been drilled in their head. This is what I'm saying. You can tell the woman that statement has been drilled in their head as opposed to the woman that's been through that. Because the woman that's been drilled in their head, they're going to fight, but they're going to submit at the end because they know that you're the man for them. The woman that's been through something, she may think you're the woman for her, but because she's been through, whatever it may be, she's not going to do it right away. She's going to put up a fight. That's the difference.
We need to define submission, because I'm going to tell you right now, to submit to a man is not an easy thing to do. Because it's more than just...
Of course not.
It's more than just, okay, I'm gonna do what you say do. You know what I'm saying? You have to, in a way, submit to his way of thinking at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna tell you like it is, because the Bible say you be of one mind, right? Ye be of one mind, but that man is the head of the house. Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about.
But what if the head of the house makes mistakes? Who's gonna say? You know,
because that's where help me comes in.
Hold on, wait. I'm about to answer that question. I'm gonna answer that question.
Okay, go ahead.
Answer that. You say, what if the head makes mistakes?
Yes.
Well, then the head of the head has to correct the head.
Oh, so your wife can't correct you.
Where is that correct? How is that correction coming?
Well, she could just tell you, I don't think that's a good idea. She can't say
But that's not correction. That's an opinion.
No, it just like you have an opinion to go in this direction, she has an opinion to go in this direction, and you guys gotta compromise. Just
but
like
do you think
just like
now, do you think
man
about your wife's opinion when she says something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
So
I do.
there we go.
If my wife suggests something, I listen to what she got to say.
Right.
But then but how far does her suggestion go?
It depends on everything.
So does her suggestion override what you want to do ever?
It depends.
It
depends on whether or not whatever it was that she suggested, I hadn't thought about. It was something that I hadn't thought about.
That's what we're talking about. Go ahead.
Hold on now. Wait a minute. Something I hadn't thought about that I said, okay, yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that might work out. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I decide.
Okay, we understand that. We understand that. But then there's a level of couples where we don't make this decision until we both agree.
And see, that's what I'm saying. That if the marriage is one, the man, yeah, he the head of the house, but he married his wife. That's his real. She has something that she has some say so in the effect of the decision. That's why you married her. You didn't marry her just because of she looked good and all that. You didn't marry her for that. She has a right to say, baby, you wrong, because maybe we looking at it from a totally different perspective and she see it differently. That means that we gonna look at it and we won, we have to compromise and make it happen the way it's supposed to be. That's just it.
There's sometimes where you have to make the decision right then and there as a man.
Okay, I get that.
I've done it and say, hey, I did this. She goes, why you say it? Because I didn't have time to call you and explain and debate.
Right. I get that.
It needed to be done, you know. Now, if it backfires, I can fix it as well.
Right.
You know,
I get that.
So it won't be no throwback. You know, she won't throw it up in my face. I said, because if I don't do it and I go with what you're saying and it don't work, I can't get mad at you. I gotta get mad at me for not following my heart and my gut. Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
And because you do that, that kind of opens her up not to ridicule you like last time you made a mistake and all that because you're fixing it. So does anybody else here feel like Art, where the man is the head and you make the ultimate decision and she makes suggestions? Or do you guys do your thing, like, let's come together, talk about it, come to a decision together, and then go forward?
Let me jump in on that right quick before y'all answer. I want to say this, that it is hard to get things done if everybody got to agree all the damn time. And that is not how things are structured. This is why you have the head of things, because everybody's going to have a different feeling, a different opinion, or whatever else. Absolutely. And you ain't going to get shit accomplished if you got to check in with every damn body on the block before you do any damn thing. You know what I'm saying?
All right, hold on. Let me say what my mother has said. We're talking about 60 years worth of marriage. Anything with more than one head is a monster. That's coming from my mother.
Yeah.
She said anything with more than one head is a monster. So what he's saying is, like, case in point, I used to work for MetroCard some years ago. Okay. I decided to quit and start my own. Okay. Went in there and told her, hey, I'm quitting. But I had another job lined up. She, you know, went in, talked to the people. I said, I'm done. And I told my wife, hey, you're going to carry us for give me 1 month. You know, 1 month and we'll be straight. And it worked out. Of course, you know, we had some ups and downs at point, but if there is a decision to be made, just like Art said, I'll listen to you. She may have an idea. I'm obligated to listen to what she has to say, but doesn't mean I have to go for it. See what I'm saying? Because we didn't hear me, I said, I heard everything you said. I'm just not doing it that way. We're going to do it this way.
I do understand that. You need, as a married couple, you do need to come to the table and sit down and talk to each other to figure out what's our next move, our better move for the family, for us, whatever the case may be. But if I already got something made up in my mind and I come to my wife with it, and I'm telling her, I'm talking to her about it and be like, okay, look, this is what my plan is. This is what I'd like to do. What is your opinion on it? Me, 9 times out of 10, I'm already stuck on what I'm going to do. So if she fights me with it, it's going to prolong me to do it for a minute or two, but I'm going to still do what I feel is best for my family.
Right.
I have been in that situation several times in both marriages. And in both instances, I did what I needed to do, and it turned out being what was best for my family. Mm-hmm. So you got me on that one. I'm on the fence. I'll talk to my wife about it, but Art, like you said, at the end of the day, I'm going to make the decision. And as long as it's best for the family, that's what I'm going to do. I even brought my father-in-law into one decision that I made. And he told me, son, you did the right thing. When he said that, my chest stood up so big. And it was just like, well, I don't give a shit what nobody else says. I'm on point. This is his daughter. Okay. So I did right by his daughter in his eyes. End of discussion. Nothing.
But you got to go both ways with that. I'm not trying to say Art's not wrong. All I'm saying is this: Art said he used a company example. You got to have a CEO to make that final decision, but that CEO got an advisory board. That CEO ain't coming up. He ain't coming up making a direction for that company without talking to his advisory board, his corporate board. Right. So his corporate board is going to come up with every angle about that idea to make sure it's sound. That's what women do. That's why they're so detailed. Yeah, okay. And then if you want to proceed and not listen to her, then that's you.
You can't say not listen to her.
Or not.
You can't say it like that.
Let's say you did what Kelly said. He gonna go ahead and do what he gonna do.
I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do at the end of the day.
Now, if it crash and burn,
he gotta fix it.
Yeah, what you gotta do, and he gotta fix it.
Right. And like you said, if it crash and burn, I gotta fix it. I'm the one. I gotta take care of it. Absolutely. So you best believe I done cornered everything that I can to make sure I don't fail, because I'm still not trying to look bad in my wife's eyes.
Got you. But what if it crashes and burns? What if it crashes and burns and she has told you this might happen?
Now I got to deal with, I told you so.
Yes.
You stupid so-and-so, you shouldn't have did this, blah, blah, blah. All right, sweetheart, baby, you got me. I shouldn't have did it. We gonna start this over again. Okay. If it's not to the point to where it's just done broke everything down and we can't, rekindle whatever, or we can't overcome from it, then there's always a chance to make it better.
But you know what, too?
Everybody has room to make mistakes, though.
Right. And whenever you sit down and y'all talk about it in the beginning, you come to her and you say, look, this is what I'm thinking about doing. In that conversation, you talk about all the if, ands, and buts. All the what could happen, this might happen, this could happen. If this happened, then we'll do this. Or if this happened, then we'll have to do this. Or if this, you go through all that anyway. Mm-hmm. So it should never be a time where, see, I told you. No, we both sat down and we discussed it.
Right.
And I just made the final decision as best I could. And that's what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? And it can't be but one head. I mean, I'm sorry, it can't be but one head. And it doesn't mean that you don't have advisors. It doesn't mean that you don't get other information from other sources, including your wife or whatever else. But bottom line, it comes down to you. Motherfucker breaking the house, she not running downstairs with the gun first.
That's right.
She's not doing that. It come down to you. Mm-hmm. So if your position is that position, and like we talked about a long time ago, a few talks back, how I was saying how women don't really understand what our real position is, that we are basically here to die for them if necessary. So if the book tell me that I need to die for you, that I have to die for you, then it's something very, very important about my position.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To the point to where it should be respected outright. Now, mind you, we're not talking about no jackass dudes. We're not talking about no sissy punk dudes, no beta males, whatever you want to call them. We're not talking about them. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about real men who understand what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? This and that and the other. But back to the top of the conversation is like, well, what type of women do we want? Well, we want the women that we can sit down and have these conversations with, and they respect our decisions. We want the type of women who are easy to cooperate with, right? We need women that are easy to talk to, women who are feminine.
Yes.
Feminine. You know what I'm saying? And not with the chest out like, oh, I'm a nigga too, and I'll knock you out. And not like you crazy. You're out of your mind.
I hear that.
No,
I hear that. So
most men want that. Most cats. It's crazy because Kelly said something about his daughters and this generation. The sad part, because I got a 22-year-old, a 21-year-old, and a 19 going on 20-year-old. Those are my boys. They like women like that. They don't want they like the weeds. They like the weed smoking.
Oh God.
What? Half dressed. No, I promise you not. And a lot of the friends, I only know one of their friends that actually got a young lady as a girl. Now, the only thing that I see her do really, actually, I ain't really seeing her do it, is smoke. But everything else, she a church going girl. She do my one son, he like the thug like shit. And my thing is, when I talk to him before, I say, if you dealing with a woman that's tougher than that act tougher than you got a problem.
You got a huge problem.
You got a problem. Because the problem is if you trying to really talk to her and you really want to put some things together, she gonna fight you in every form of fashion. That's gonna piss you off, and you gonna go to jail.
Yeah, amen.
Either she gonna swing on you, or you gonna swing on her.
Well,
both.
Let me just throw this biscuit out there real quick. We do not teach our children how to be husbands and wives. We teach our children now how to go out here in the world, experience the world, try and make some money, or like they say now, get the bag, right? Experience life, and then settle down. Mm-hmm. After you done been messed over, tricked, duped, humped on, impregnated,
led astray,
all that mess. And this is the problem, right? This is why, like he was saying, how the young guys like them type of girls, because they're not being taught that you want a wife. And these girls act like that because they're not being taught to be wives.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, it goes all the way back to the same thing. It's like everything that these people see out here tells them that you don't need to be with a guy. You don't need to have respect for him. You don't need to do this for him. He should do everything for you while you sit back with your arms folded and your feet up eating bonbons with the fan blowing on your face. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that nobody wants to put in the work, and they don't understand that everything takes work from the man and from the woman. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry to say this, but it's a lot of lazy ass women out here who think that all they got to do is walk in and show some breasts and the world should fall on their fucking lap. And then you got these beta males out here who willing to go out and put the world in their lap and be disrespected on a constant basis. Mm-hmm. We're not teaching them how to be husbands, and we're not teaching them how to be wives. Mm-hmm. And that is the problem.
Sustain.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Sustain.
I totally agree.
Absolutely.
With me having all girls, I can agree to that.
You nailed it, Art. Here's the thing, though. One of the reasons that I'm learning that you can't, when you try to teach, when you try to show, or you try to talk to the generation that we're dealing with now, we don't have the backup of society. Because if you showing them how to be a man, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how you treat a woman. This is how you do this. Well, that's coming from me. But Lil Nas X and all them out there telling you, and all them telling you to beat a woman and you should be gay and this and that. If that is being out there and is all in their ear 17 of the 24 hours of the day, I'm fighting an uphill battle.
Well, see, now this goes back to what I said before about how we've been marginalized and how our word don't mean nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? That we can't seriously have a conversation with our kids and tell them how they need to be and it stick. You know what I'm saying? And it's what they seeing, but overall, it's what they really think about us overall. Because at the same time, when you're watching all those other images, it's basically telling you, now, this real depiction of a man, this real man is not to be respected. But pay attention to these fags over here. So it's all kind of whooped into the same thing.
If we're not teaching our boys to be husbands and our girls to be wives, why not? And who is?
Why not and who is? Okay, first question. Answer the first question. Why aren't we doing that? Because we don't know how to be that ourselves.
I do.
Think about where these kids are coming from. They're coming from broken homes already. Why are the homes broken? Because either the man or the woman didn't want to stay or be responsible, whatever it was. You dig what I'm saying? Then you got to go back to the next generation. Well, what was going on with that woman's family at the time? Well, maybe she come from a
Uh-oh.
But wait a minute now, why can't it be based upon the individual though? I mean, my kids come from a broken home, but I try to teach them how not to be a broken home. My mother and father divorced when I was young, and all I wanted for me was to have a wife that I could, get along with, be with for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to install that in the mind. I installed it myself into me because I saw what I wanted.
I'm just talking about the cycle that you got to say, well, where did it come
Somebody
from?
has to break it.
Somebody got to break it. Right. Somebody got to break it. So it takes that. But how often does that happen? And nowadays we see that it's not happening. It's not happening often enough. You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
So that's all I'm saying. So we got to look at the progression of where things where it's coming from. Mm-hmm. And if even with this platform here, if we have a way to tell young men and women how to be wives and how to be husbands, then we should, because who knows where or when or if they're gonna get it at all. Right. You know what I'm saying? If they don't have that thing in them like you did to say, well, look, I know what I want. I know I don't want to be like that or live like that, But when certain lifestyles are put out here as the way to be these days, Nas X and all the rest of them or whatever else, you know what I'm saying? You want to talk, if you want to really talk about it, let's talk about Nicki Minaj and the shit she do. And the fact that she purposely said that the music was for young girls to explore their sexuality. And they 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. So you mean to tell me that here's an ex-stripper, now rapper, okay? Plenty of fake shit going on from top to bottom. And these are the women that our young girls are modeling after, right? Same thing as far as our young men. What are they looking at? Are they looking at, I don't even know these rappers now. All of them look like something wrong with them. But
yeah, right.
Don't want to know.
They talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, they can't talk and shit, and it's like, what's going on? And then all the music sound the same. All of them sound like they in some type of trance and shit.
Yes.
And our young men are looking at these fools, and what do you see? They out here dressed like them. They can't even walk straight. I don't even know what's wrong with these kids, man. These boys, I want to kick them in the ass when I see them. Like, what is wrong with you?
And who wants to look at your drawers?
Right.
Who wants to look at your drawers?
Listen to me.
But wait a minute. If we as men and fathers are not showing our daughters and our sons how to be or what to be, what do we got? What are we looking forward to?
That's what I said.
What are we looking forward to? We have to show them. We got to show them how to be.
This is what I
ain't got shit but girls, and I fight them every which way I can. I told my daughter's boyfriend, When this nigga start acting up, call me. Call me. Let me know what she doing. Let me know what's going on. Because I want y'all to make it. I want them to work it out. Yes. I don't want them to be like me and her mother. I don't want them to break up after 5-7 years of marriage and all of this shit. I want them to make it. So, and if I got to kick both their ass, guess what I'm gonna do?
I think you nailed it, Kelly, when you said it, though. I think you nailed it, Kelly, when you said it. The cycle got to be broken.
It's got to be broken.
The cycle has to be broken. I've celebrated 20 years, man, on the 1st.
Right.
Amen. Happy for you. Happy for you.
My wife,
long time.
My wife had she said, how did she put it? I'm paraphrasing. She was like, I broke the cycle because a majority of the women on her side has been married at least once. Where on my side, they stayed married. So she seen what she wanted, and I seen what I wanted in her. But it's cycles that you have to break. Have we split up? Yes. Have we had arguments? Yes. But we stayed together. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, you and Art nailed it to the point where cycles got to be broken. Or Art Show got it right that these young cats is listening to Lil Baby and all that. They talking about who they killed and what bodies they got, and they counting it. So they think that's how you supposed to be a man. That's not how you supposed to be a man. It take more courage. It take more courage to walk away from a stupid nigga than it do to go to jail.
For real.
It is.
Okay, well, let me say this then. Because if Lil Nas is teaching your son how to be a man, and these mumble mouth rappers is trying to come in and teach your son how to be a man, something wrong with the dad.
Something wrong with me at that point, right?
Let me tell you what's wrong with it.
True though, Aaron. That's not necessarily true, because if the father's steadily in the boy's head trying to show him to be a man, but he around a bunch of knuckleheads whose daddy or who don't listen to their father and all that, that peer pressure is a bad boy. No, you can't necessarily say that the father not doing his job when the son decides to make at his age to make a decision.
And see, understand too. Now you have to think about when that father actually was involved, right? Say the daddy got involved late. Say it was an issue with him and the baby mama, and they was all estranged, and he couldn't see the baby. Not a little nigga 12, and he trying to make something right, but he already scarred now.
That's true too.
You know what I'm saying?
That's one situation. But all I'm saying is my sons have been around some knuckleheads, and I went and busted that friendship up. I didn't care what he thought. I didn't care what he thought. I already saw where this friendship going. That ain't your friend. I don't want to see you around him no more.
But this is what we don't do that we used to do all the time.
Remember that's true. Remember though, there are still some kids that will do what they want to do regardless. And that's when you have to say, well, life has to teach them, and I'm here for them. There's the prodigal son, Aaron. He was raised right. He got his money, tore everything up. Who did he come crawling back to? His daddy. Sometimes the father can do his job perfectly. The child and the man makes his own decision. Because what you did with your sons, they listened to you. You did everything you could. There are some kids out there that you do everything for your son or your daughter, they don't listen. Right. So they have to learn the hard way.
No, I get you. I get you.
The conversation that we had a couple weeks ago, like I said, I let mine hit them bricks. Hit it the hard way. Since you don't want to believe me, you go off and do what you think is best.
I'm a strong believer in that.
Go ahead and bust your head. Go ahead and bust your head a couple times if that's what it takes. Eventually, you're going to turn around and you're going to be like, well, damn, that was not it. You damn right. I'm trying to tell you, but you just
believe in that, Kelly. You absolutely right.
Yeah.
Certain things
you gotta hit that brick. You gotta hit that brick.
Yeah. I'm not saying that doesn't have a place. You're right. When you done all you can do in your power, then you gotta let them hit the brick, hit the wall. I get that.
Yeah.
But everything that's under your power, you gotta do.
You gotta do.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with you wholeheartedly.
Like I said before, arranged marriages.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done.
Ladies and
I said
gentlemen,
it before. I'm gonna say it again.
the opinions and
Arranged
remarks.
marriages. You gotta do
Oh,
everything in
man.
your
Not
power,
this
right?
Oh,
Everything in your
man.
power.
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh,
You broke up
man.
the friendship. Why can't you make a marriage?
Because he ain't marrying that dude. He ain't married his friend.
But you can marry him off to a good woman, though, and you'll be able to
Oh,
figure
my
out
God.
what it is,
Okay,
right?
look, man. All I'm saying, this ain't the topic. Arranged
Kelly,
marriage.
no?
We ought to make a show for arranged marriages. But Art, I'm telling you, if this dude, if you pick a guy and he marry your daughter and
Just
she
don't say the
hate
wrong
him,
damn name. Don't say the wrong damn name.
if she married Chad,
Oh! Oh! See if your shit get edged up again. Yeah.
Oh,
Keep my weed whacker to myself. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, even if he a black guy and
I got you.
and you arrange marriages, you arrange her marriage, and she can't stand that dude, she ain't gonna stand you.
I don't give a shit.
Now that's a good one.
As long as see, look, thing I like me, as long as you be with a man that's good, honorable, respectable, God-fearing, right? He treats you right, y'all have some kids, and you raise them kids right. So the next generation will be stronger.
Okay,
this is what it's about.
Okay, that's not the topic. We're gonna do a show on that. The last little segment of this show is this. Are we what we require?
No, we ain't, and
No,
we can't be
nowhere
because the
close.
women's is different. So we can't ask for them the same thing that they get for us. It's impossible.
So why do we have these demands on women if we are not what we asking for?
No, I didn't say
I
we
say
not
it's
what we
all
asking
a work
for,
in
like
progress.
we short. I'm just saying that we can't ask for the same thing because what a man needs from a woman don't need from a man.
I get that. I'm
It's
just
two
saying.
different things.
I'm not trying to say we have to have the same things,
Okay.
but let's just say what the man bring to the table should be at the same length as what you asking for a woman to bring to the table. Are we up here?
But that's subjective. It depends on what position you're looking from. From her position, it might look like she getting a bad deal.
I'm asking the five of us. Be honest.
All right.
Where are you? And are you asking for the woman to be up here?
Damien, you go first.
Yep. I'll say this, man. I'm gonna say this, and this is just me being honest. I actually found what I was looking for.
Boom. Sustain.
I actually found what I was looking for because she is strength, help, confidant, everything that I needed and everything I saw that my dad got from my mom.
Wait, can I interrupt you? Can I interrupt you right quick?
Yeah.
All I got to say, Damon, is enough said. When you said you found what you was looking for, enough said. There's no explanation behind that. There is no, to me, there's no explanation behind it. Because you got everything that you wanted in a woman.
Right.
Excellent.
And I mean, Kelly, I think you said it. I don't know who said it. It's gonna be some ups and downs. It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be everything. But at the end of the day, she didn't give up on me, and we didn't give up on each other. And she seen what she wanted. I seen what I wanted, and we getting the best out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You worked at it. That's right.
See,
Amen.
you know what? That right there.
Hold on. We got to end the show, so we got to go around the table.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Brad, are you bringing what you're requiring?
Absolutely. And I check myself daily. I think that's what we should, be clear about. I'm just talking about I spend the majority of my day crossing my I's and dotting my T's. You know what I mean? I said it in reverse on purpose. Because I want to be right at the end of the day. You know?
All right, so I love you too.
Love y'all, whoever in there. Tell I love them too.
Yeah, we all love them.
Yeah.
Hey, right.
I don't love nobody.
See?
Love
there you go.
Get out. Get out.
That's it.
That's that fatherly love right there. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Love you. Bye.
I love you. Get out of here.
Yeah, but yeah, I spend the majority of my day checking me. That's the full-time job, to be honest with you. Yeah. Let's just be clear, you know. So therefore, when I speak, I can be heard with confidence.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
Excellent answer. Excellent answer. Kelly, are you bringing what you think a potential mate should be when you meet her, when you date her?
I'm about to say, come on now, come correct with that. When and if I meet the right one, I am bringing what I require, you know, and mine is I've been through it several times. So I take time for myself to reflect and see and know what I need to bring to anything. Yeah. So therefore, yeah, the next one that comes along, I'm gonna be prepared. If she ain't ready, she gonna catch hell or be locked up in the basement. I'm gonna tell you that now. Because damn it, you ain't going nowhere and I ain't need you. Good night, baby. We gonna make this work. One way.
Yeah, you stuck. You here now, so
figure it out. You gonna rap. Damn right.
Figure it out. Damn it.
Figure it out. Figure it out.
Hey, some shit you wasn't ready for. Figure it out now.
Hey, Art. Are you up here?
I'm bringing it, player.
All right.
I'm bringing, and just like Brad said, I check myself. You know what I'm saying? I check myself. I very rarely will say some shit and don't apply it to me first.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But right. I believe I'm bringing it. But let me be clear. What I bring, I don't want my wife to bring to me. I need something different from my wife because she's a woman.
We get it.
Right? So what I need her to bring is what I don't bring.
Right. I get that. But my question was, out of all the stuff that you bring, is it up here?
We
and
in
all
there.
the stuff you want her to bring, is it up there? Are you requiring this?
Let me put it like this. It's me right here. Okay. I got a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. I got all type of stuff. This me right here. And then she be like right here. She be like right there. Like this. Nice and close. Now nice and close. She can't fill the same gap. Now she can't take up the same space that I'm in. You see? I'm the man. So she can't take up my space. But she right up there next to me just like that. And I do my thing and then she do her thing. And then I do my thing, she do her thing. And we're doing our thing like this here. And sometimes it turn around the other way and I'm doing some other thing. Like this.
Why that gotta be your go-to, your reference?
Hey, that's why we call them quick on the lip, 17 in the clip.
I mean, I could have used some other shit. I mean, you know, I could have used I could have used
get that damn it, get a glass and a bottle.
I could have used this here and this me and this, you know, and I'm the deodorant and she the cologne.
Because you doing all that gun shit. Your wife won't be scared of you.
Hey, Kelly, you gotta let him go, man. You gotta let him go. You just got a lawnmower in the wintertime, man. You gotta just let the gas.
All right, I'm gonna bite that ass.
I don't even know what the hell that means, a lawnmower in the wintertime. Who the hell taking lawnmower out in the wintertime any damn way?
You gotta let the gas burn out in the wintertime.
I pull mine out.
Yeah, you different. You different.
Pull mine out. I can't eat with my leftover. So yeah, man. But all I'm saying is that you know I come with what I need to come with. Whatever my house desire or need, I come with that. Whatever I'm not able to do, she pick up the slack.
Yeah.
And that's how it works. It's hard for me to really get around are you bringing what she bringing? I can't look at it like that because different things need to be done on different days. And some days I got a lot more to do than her. Some days she got a lot more to do than me. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what's going on, if we just talking about on a daily basis. But overall, what I have to do is a 180 on what her responsibilities are, because she's responsible for me. I'm not responsible for me. I'm responsible for her. So we can't be like this. It's impossible to be like this because that's taking up the same space.
I think you missed the question, but I
didn't miss the question. I understood what the hell you said. I'm just being clear about what the situation is. Go ahead.
Well, as far
as I look at you, you see how I look at you? Think about what I told you.
Man.
Buck my eyes at your ass. I buck my eye wide open at it. See what I'm talking about?
Oh my goodness.
As far as me, I like to be clear. I like to be extremely clear with someone that I'm dating or interested in. I just like to be extremely clear. This is where I'm coming from. This is my culture. Do you think you can merge your culture with my culture? Do you think that when we merge cultures, that's the stuff that doesn't fit fall off? Or can we agree that your mama shouldn't be coming over every day like she used to when you were single? Can we agree that, your mama or, anything outside influences, it's got to be me and you? Can we agree with that? I just like to be clear. I don't know if it's a legal thing for me or not, but I've been through too much stuff where I fell for the representative, and then the real person came out, and then now I'm stuck with this real person when we should have just did this in the beginning. So I'm just real clear.
So what should we tell our young men first about the type of woman that they should look for?
Well, I tell my sons to date for 2 years, because after about 2 years, you get to see the skeletons. The skeletons will come out and you get to see what you really got. Case in point, my younger son was dating this girl and she seemed nice. I had no problem with the girl, but I met her mama. And when I met her mama, she had on fire engine red boots that came up to her waist, and she was twerking to Biggie Smalls. Turned to my son and said, "Son, that's what that little girl gonna be when she get to her mama's age."
You should have went on and took the mama.
Yeah. Shut up.
With them red heels on.
That's some fun.
And I asked him, I said, "Where's the daddy?" And she was like, "She don't like her daddy." I was like, "Run, son, run." A girl that will tell you she don't like her daddy, get away from her, man.
And it probably ain't nothing that the daddy did. It might just be something that the mama keeps saying.
Whatever the reason, she don't like her daddy. Run. It's like, get out. Do this. So
and you should have came on in like I tell that when I have that one. I take care of the mama. You just go on outside.
So yeah, look, all right. That's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for another episode of the Man Cave. Like always, I appreciate you guys, man. Brother Art, you brought it again. Damon, you always bring that conscious side that nobody else brings. Brad, you always bring that God side and that little practical thing that nobody ever thinks about, like checking yourself daily. And we want to welcome Brother Kelly, who is quickly becoming Art's rival in the comic relief section. And the brother, remember, he got 6 women he got to deal with every day. So you can't even punch nobody. At least we can punch our sons. You ain't got nobody to punch.
Wait, hold up now. I have clocked them twins, okay? I got
you can't. I'm re-recording. We recording. You can't say that.
Hey, listen, there is no such thing as child abuse when they fucking up. Period.
Wait a minute. Child abuse wasn't that big when they was coming up no way. Oh, I'm good. They grown. It ain't called child abuse now.
Right.
Hey, all right, before y'all say something else that's gonna get y'all in trouble.
I ain't getting in trouble. I ain't getting in trouble.
Peace out. Hair grease. We'll check y'all the next time on the next.
All right, y'all.
All right, appreciate y'all.
I'm gonna find my wife.
I'm leaving for real now.
I'm gonna go get it right now.